Hello students, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to give you 50 important MCQs from molecular biology. So they are very much useful for your DL preparation, JL preparation, MSET, NEET, PG set, AP set, NET. Let's see the questions one by one. Let's see the first question. Who of the following pioneered the isolation of protoplasts from the higher plants? Options are Cocking, Clarker, Power, and Cocking, Tekisi. For this, the correct answer is Cocking. Let's see the next question. The two polynucleotide strands of dsDNA molecule are arranged. Options are complementary and parallel, parallel and non-complementary, anti-parallel and non-complementary, complementary and anti-parallel. For this, the correct answer is complementary and anti-parallel. So, the two polynucleotide strands of DNA, they are arranged complementary and they are anti-parallel to each other. Let's see the next question. Who of the following proposed that the regulatory gene codes an amino acid sequence of a specific protein called repressor? So, options are Beadle and Tatum, Jacob and Monod, Messelson and Stahl, Hershey and Chase. For this, the correct answer is Jacob and Monod. Let's see the next question. How many guanines are found in a dsDNA that has 700 hydrogen bonds and 10% adenines? Options are 200, 195, 205, 210. For this, the correct answer is 200. So, in the next video, I will explain you this question in detail. Okay, why? Because it will take much time to explain this question. So, you have to calculate the percentage. That's why. Let's see the next question. Which one of the following is also known as supernumerary chromosomes? So, options are Lambrecht chromosome of vertebrate oocytes, sex chromosomes of Drosophila, B chromosomes in plants, giant chromosomes of salivary gland cells of dipteran insects. So, for this, the correct answer is B chromosomes, also called as supernumerary chromosomes. Let's see the next question. The elements found in nucleic acids are, so nucleic acids are nothing but DNA and RNA. They are called nucleic acids. Okay, so options are carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, phosphorus, carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, phosphorus, sulfur. So options given like this. For this, the correct answer is carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, and phosphorus. Okay, let's see the next question. A normal DNA molecule is allowed to duplicate on a medium containing radioactive thymine. What will be the correct number of DNA molecules that contain non-radioactive thymine? Okay, options are 2 molecules, 4 molecules, 6 molecules, 8 molecules. For one turn of replication, so 2 molecules receives radioactive thymine. Okay, let's see the next question. Transposable elements which are mobilized through an RNA form are called. Options are IS elements, copia like elements, retroposons, FB elements. Okay, so these are called retroposons. Let's see the next question. A 20 coil dsDNA has 480 hydrogen bonds. Find out the number of guanine molecules in that DNA. So let's see the options 120, 180, 80, 160. For this, the correct answer is 80. Let's see the next question. Consider the following statements. Here, two statements are given. Among them, you have to pick the correct statements. So, first statement is a component of the nucleotide sequence that makes up the prokaryotic promoter is cat box. A component of the nucleotide sequence that makes up the eukaryotic promoter is tata box. So, among them, you have to pick the correct statements only. So options are 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, neither 1 nor 2. For this, the correct answer is second option is the correct one. Let's see the next question. DNA acts as a template for the synthesis of. Options are RNA, DNA, both DNA and RNA, proteins. For this, the correct answer is DNA act as a template for the synthesis of DNA as well as mRNA. Let's see the next question. The direction of helix of which one of the following forms of DNA is left-handed? So you have to pick the correct one. So here four types of DNAs are given: aDNA, bDNA, cDNA, zDNA. So here only one DNA is they are forming helical structure in a manner of left-handed manner. Okay, so that is nothing but ZDNA is a left-handed side, that means anti-clockwise. Okay, so ZDNA is also called as zigzag DNA. Let's see the next question. Doubling of DNA synthesis generally occurs in. Options are mitosis, amitosis, interphase, free nuclear division. So before the cell division, there is a phase interphase. There the DNA is duplicated in the S phase. S nothing but synthesis phase. Let's see the next question. Calculate the number of hydrogen bonds found between complementary nitrogen bases of DNA molecule with 4 turns and show 10 adenine bases. So options are 120, 130, 110, 100. For this, the correct answer is 110. Let's see the next question. Consider the following statements. So, the chloroplast DNA is much smaller than mitochondrial DNA. Chloroplasts have DNA dependent RNA polymerase. So, among them, you have to pick the correct statements. So, options are given: 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, neither 1 nor 2. For this, the correct answer is 1 and 2 statements, both are correct. Let's see the next question. The backbones of DNA are linked with each other by. So options are hydrogen bonds, glycosidic bonds, hydrogen and glycosidic bonds, phosphodiester bonds. For this, the correct answer is backbone of DNA is nothing but nucleotides. They join together with the help of phosphodiester bonds. Let's see the next question. The term overlapping genes implies that options are two genes encode a single polypeptide, one gene encodes two polypeptides, reading frames of two genes partially overlap, two coding units are controlled by a single regulatory unit. For this, the correct answer is reading frames of two genes partially overlap. Let's see the next question. A double helix of DNA with 238 angstroms length show 30% of adenines. So calculate the total number of hydrogen bonds. Options are 158, 188, 178, 168. For this, the correct answer is 158 is the correct answer. Let's see the next question. A nucleic acid from a newly isolated bacterial virus, that means bacteriophage, contains the following base composition. A is equal to 24.7, T is equal to 32.7, C is equal to 18.5, Z is equal to 24.1. Nowadays, you have to tell that the given DNA is a double helical structure, stranded structure, or you have to tell that is it a DNA or RNA. Okay, let's see. So options are double-stranded DNA, double-stranded RNA, single-stranded RNA, single-stranded DNA. First, I have to tell you the answer. So that is single-stranded DNA. So why? Because so you have to consider the given ratios. So you know the Chargaff rule. According to Chargaff rule, A is always equals to T, G is always equals to C. Okay, so then only it is a double stranded DNA. The Chargaff rule is only applicable for double stranded DNA only. So according to that, the given ratios are not matching to A is to T, C is to G. That's why, so the given DNA is so single stranded DNA. Okay, that is the answer. Let's see the next question. If a purine pairs with purine and if a pyrimidine pairs with pyrimidine in a DNA molecule, maximum and minimum number of carbon nitrogen rings in nucleotide pairs respectively would be. Options are 2 and 3, 3 and 4, 4 and 2, 4 and 3. For this, the correct answer is 4 and 2. Let's see the next question. Consider the following statements. Reverse transcriptase is used in synthesizing complementary DNA from messenger RNA. Reverse transcriptase is isolated from plant viruses. Options are given, only one, two only, both one and two, neither one nor two. You have to pick the correct statement. For this, only first statement is the correct one. Let's see the next question. RNA does not differ from DNA in. Options are number of polynucleotides, pyrimidines, purines, sugar. So correct answer is purines. Let's see the next question. Consider the following organisms. So Arabidopsis thaliana, Drosophila melanogaster, Homo sapiens, Saccharomyces cerevisiae. So in which of the following above are complete genome sequences now known? So for this, the options are given 1, 2, 3, 2, 4, 1, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So for this, the correct answer is 1, 2, 3, 4. So complete genome sequences have been already studied in these organisms. Let's see the next question. In a DNA, the number of carbon nitrogen rings of nitrogen bases in one spiral is equal to. Options are minimum number of glycosidic bonds in one spiral, maximum number of hydrogen bonds in one spiral, number of purines in one spiral, number of pyrimidines in one spiral. For this, the correct answer is maximum number of hydrogen bonds in one spiral. Okay. So let's see the next question. Nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide, that means NAD, acts as a cofactor to accept electrons in some oxidation reduction reactions in cells. Structurally, which component of NAD accepts electrons? Options are adenine, nicotinamide, ribose, pyrophosphate bridge. For this, the correct answer is nicotinamide, which accepts electrons. Let's see the next question. Each sugar molecule in DNA is linked to. Options are 2 nitrogen bases and 1 phosphate, 2 phosphates and 2 nitrogen bases, phosphate and 1 nitrogen base, 1 phosphate and 2 nitrogen bases. For this, the correct answer is phosphate and nitrogen base. Let's see the next question. In E. coli, which of the following codons are recognized by the release factor RF1? So options are UAG, UGA, UAA, UGG, UAG, UAA, UAG, UUA. For this, the correct answer is UAG, UAA. See the next question. The diameter of a DNA molecule with 10 turns length. The options are 36 angstroms, 34 angstroms, 200 angstroms, 20 angstroms. For this, the correct answer is 20 angstroms diameter. Let's see the next question. Which one of the following statements correctly applies the genetic code? So options are triple, degenerate, universal, comma-less, non-overlapping. Degenerate, non-universal, triplet, comma-less, non-overlapping. Nearly universal, non-degenerate, triplet, comma-less, overlapping. Triplet with comma, degenerate, newly universal, overlapping. For this, the correct answer is triple, degenerate, universal, comma-less, non-overlapping. Let's see the next question. ATP is, options are a DNA nucleotide with extra two nucleotides, a DNA a DNA nucleotide with extra 3 phosphates, a RNA mononucleotide with extra 3 phosphates, a RNA nucleotide with extra 2 phosphates. For this, the correct answer is a RNA nucleotide with extra 2 phosphates. Let's see the next question. A double-stranded DNA have one of the strands with which of the following sequences can be called as palindrome? Options are GGA, TCC. Options are given like this. You have to pick the correct one. So that is first one GGATCGATCC, which is a palindromic sequence. Let's see the next question. Identify the correct ascending order of the following based on their molecular weight. Options are nucleotide, nucleoside, nitrogen based, tRNA, rRNA. So you have to place them in a correct order according to their molecular weight. For this, the correct answer is nitrogen base, nucleotide, nucleoside, and then nucleotide, and then tRNA, and then rRNA. Let's see the next question. Structurally, which one of the following is the most simple amino acid? Options are alanine, cysteine, glycine, lysine. So, glycine is a most simple amino acid. So, let's see the next question. DNA is absent in ribosomes, chloroplast, mitochondria, plasmosome. So, DNA is absent in ribosomes. Let's see the next question. Degeneracy of genetic code implies that options are the codes degenerate after the synthesis of polypeptide chain. More than one codon can code for one amino acid. Some codons degenerate as they are not involved in coding of any amino acid. One codon can code for more than one amino acid. For this, the correct answer is more than one codon can code for one amino acid. That is the property of degeneracy of a genetic code. Let's see the next question. Autocatalysis of DNA occurs during. Options are G1 phase, S phase, M phase, G2 phase. Autocatalysis is nothing but replication. There, the DNA is synthesized from the parental DNA strand. The S phase is meant for the synthesis of DNA. S phase of interphase is the correct answer. Let's see the next question. With reference to protein synthesis, consider the following events. So options are activation of amino acid, polypeptide formation, formation of amino acid tRNA complex, binding of amino acid tRNA complex with mRNA. What is the correct sequence of the above events in the protein synthesis? Options are 1 3 2 4 3 1 4 2 3 1 2 4 1 3 4 2. So 1 3 4 2 is the correct sequence. First one is activation of amino acid, and then formation of amino acid tRNA complex, and then binding of amino acid tRNA complex with mRNA, and then polypeptide formation. This is the correct sequence. Let's see the next question. In a nucleotide, nitrogen base is at, attached to the sugar molecule at the options are first carbon, fifth carbon, fourth carbon, second carbon. For this, the correct answer is first carbon. Let's see the next question. The region of Ti plasmid essential for the transfer of tDNA in a host is. Options are OS region, ON region, Vir region, Ori locus. So the correct answer is Vir region. Let's see the next question. In a plant DNA of zygote has 20% adenine. Thymine. What is the percentage of thymine in the gametic DNA? Options are 10%, 20%, 30%, 15%. For this, the correct answer is 10%. If they ask what is the percentage of thymine, then you have to tell 20%, because according to Chargaff rule, so adenine percentage is always equals to the thymine, but here they have asked that the what is the gametic DNA? Gametic means there you will find the haploid chromosome number. So that's why here the answer is 10%. Okay, so haploid zygote is diploid, whereas gametic number is haploid. That's why 10% is the correct answer. Let's see the next question. Which one of the following pairs is not correctly matched? Options are acidic amino acid, aspartic acid, basic amino acid lysine, non-polar aromatic amino acid tryptophan, so charged polar amino acid leucine. So last one is the correct answer, not correctly matched actually. Okay, let's see the next question. DNA polymerase and RNA polymerases are found in the options are plasmosomes and ribosome, ergosomes and nucleosomes, repository of the cell, nucleoplasm or karyoplasm. For this, the correct answer is nucleoplasm or karyoplasm is the correct answer. Let's see the next question. Consider the following statements. So, beta oxidation takes place only in glycosomes and not in the cytosol. When fatty acid undergo beta oxidation to form acetyl coenzyme A, only NADH is produced and not FADH. Which of the statements given above are correct? So One only, two only, both one and two, neither one nor two. For this, the correct answer is first one is the correct answer. Let's see the next question. Identify the correct statements with respect to replication of DNA. First one is new strands complementary to the old strands are synthesized under the influence of endonucleases. Two strands of DNA unwind form each other due to DNA polymerase. It occurs during G1 of interphase. It occurs by semi-conservative method. For this, the correct answer is so it occurs by the semi-conservative method is the correct one about the replication. Let's see the next question. Consider the following statements. Two statements are given. First one is initiator tRNA binds to in the initiation tRNA binds to ribosome small subunit even though no mRNA is present. During the elongation of protein chain, the bond between methionine and its tRNA in the P channel is broken by the enzymes located in the small subunit of ribosome. So you have to pick the correct statements one only, two only, both one and two, neither one nor two. For this, the correct answer is one and two statements are correct statements. Let's see the next question. The term nucleic acid was given by options are Benda, Pauling, Mischer, Altman. For this, the correct answer is the for the first time nucleic acid term given by the scientist Altman. Let's see the next question. Which one of the following is also known as southern hybridization? Options are DNA RNA hybridization, RNA DNA hybridization, DNA DNA hybridization, protein protein hybridization. So DNA DNA hybridization is called as southern hybridization. So let's see the next question. Most reactions of fatty acid synthesis occurs in options are the cytosol, the mitochondria, the plastid, and the endoplasmic reticulum. The mitochondrion, the plastid, and the ER means endoplasmic reticulum. The glyoxysome, the mitochondrion, and endoplasmic reticulum. The plastid only. For this, the correct answer is the glyoxysome, the mitochondrion, and endoplasmic reticulum is the correct answer. So peptide bond is formed between options are two amino acids, carboxyl group and ketone group, amino group and carboxyl group, two carboxyl groups. For this, the correct answer is peptide bond is formed in between two amino acids of one amino acid amino group and second amino acid carboxyl group. In between them, the formation of peptide bond occurs. Let's see the next question. Who discovered that the infective part of virus is nucleic acid? Options are D. Hershey, Hershey and Chase, Stanley, Lederberg and Tatum. For this, the correct answer is Hershey and Chase. They discovered the nucleic acid of the virus. Okay students, thanks for watching. If you not yet subscribed my channel, do it now. Thank you.